Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 20 of Empower. I wonder when we see other people and we think, wow, they're so empowered. Are they just randomly turning up every day and doing their 20 minutes? And from the outside, it looks different than it does from the inside. So I wonder if I was to see you, would I think, wow, you're so empowered, and yet you feeling from the inside, I'm not sure. I'm debating. I'm debating all the time this empowerment, this empower thing. You know, is it a series of small decisions that we make rather than one huge, big, strong moment of something? Is it a series of feelings and followings, and is that what happens? I wonder. So today we're going to do the wave, and I promised water washing yesterday, and then I completely forgot in the midst of all those elephants. And so today will be water washing. We will stand up, and so it's going to be a wave. So come lie on your back, and we shall begin. Come. So landing in, arrive, settle, and just rock your pelvis gently. Walk your shoulders away from your lower back. And rock your knees from side to side. And just listen to the deep of you. Nice. Bring your arms wide and out into a T and drop your knees a bit deeper. So before, when I started, they were just rocking. Now I'm deepening into the thigh touching the floor or the top knee dropping a little bit more. And just feel like the sense of, now as I do that, I feel more of my ribs and more of my shoulders. Nice. Squeeze your right knee up towards your chest, hug it in. Get a sense of this moment in the deep of you. Use the exhalation to drop, really fall into the deep of you. Nice. Extend into the right leg, holding on somewhere down along the back of the right leg. Hold on. So rather than pull with your arms, I slide my hands up as far as they'll go, and then I relax my shoulders. So it's just literally gravity and the pull of the weight of my arms on the backs of my leg. Nice. Point your toes, flex your foot. Point your toes, flex your foot. Point your toes, flex your foot. Nice. See if you can wiggle your toes, creating space between all of them. Can your baby toe move out? Can your big toe move wide? Nice. Other side. Draw the left knee up towards you, squeeze it in. Hug it deeply down. As you inhale, as you exhale, just let it all settle, fall into the deep of you. Nice. Extend into your left leg. Glide your hands up as far as they go, and then drop your shoulders. Wiggle your toes by pointing your feet, flexing your foot, pointing your foot, flexing. Nice. And then wiggle your toes. Can you create space between all of your toes? Can they wiggle? Can they move? Nice. And then foot to the floor. Super. Bring both knees up towards your chest. Squeeze them both up towards your chest. Your arms are long beside you, and you're going to bring your fingers into spiders. So you're going to push your fingertips down into the floor, and then try and draw your knees as close to your chest as you can. Nice. Keep your right leg where it is. Stretch your left leg long and out and just above the floor. Draw your left knee towards you. Squeeze your thighs up towards your chest and then stretch your right leg long. Up towards your chest. Squeeze. Left leg long. And up. Squeeze. Right leg long. Squeeze. Stretch both legs long and imagine you can get your toes towards the floor above your head. Just imagine. You're like, how would I do that? Bend both knees and touch both toes off the floor. Nice. Stretch both legs. Imagine your toes are going to come to the floor above your head. So I'm really pushing my fingers down and I'm squeezing my thighs towards my belly. Bend your knees, toes towards the floor. One more time. Stretching long, toes towards the floor above your head. And bend your knees, touch the floor. Super. From here, bend both knees and bring your feet wide and come into happy baby pose. So happy baby pose is where you're either holding on behind your knees with your knees over your shoulders, holding on to your ankles with your knees wide and out to the side a little bit with your feet over your knees, or you're holding on to the arches of your feet. You place the palms in the nook of the soles of your feet. You can also hold outside on the baby toe edge of your foot. For some reason, I don't like that. So when I do that, it's like my baby toes are pushing outwards and I push into the outside edge of my thighs. But whereas my hands are on the inside, I meet the deep inner thighs. And it feels just more connected through the center of me. It's like my belly is warmer. I feel more able to interact with the weight of my hands. See, is there a difference for you? The way that my body moves is different from yours. The way your body connects is different than mine. And so always experimenting or listening or adapting, growing into the shapes that we create. So just pause. Fall into the deep of you. Release the right leg and then send the right leg out towards the side. So now my right leg is out at a 45-degree out to the side. Bend your knee, hold on to your foot again, and then stretch the left leg out to the side. So we're doing water whooshing on the ground. Bend your knee, hold on to your foot, right leg out to the side, back to center. Release the left foot, out to the side, and back. One more time each side. Right leg out to the side. It's very interesting, this movement. And then left leg out to the side. I think water whooshing is actually easier than this. Both feet to the floor, pause. Because water whooshing is using gravity to create the depth of how low our torso is to our thighs. Whereas there, we have to use effort to bring our thighs to our torso. It's always different when we're changing gravity in movements. It's always interesting. So just pause. Just feeling the work of your thighs, your deep belly. Nice. So roll over and come into your cat pose. All the way over, cat pose. And then just round your back, arch your back. And so as you move, just feel the deep of your spine. Round your back, arch your back. Round your back and arch. Nice, good coordination. Squeeze on the right, squeeze on the left. Whenever I do this, it just feels so like achy, groany, and also really satisfying. It's like my spine says, "Oh, that's really nice." So notice for you, how is it for you to coordinate? Nice. So bring your right leg straight out towards the right and have your foot flat to the floor. And then from here, rise up so that you're resting on your left knee and your right leg's out to the side. Okay, from here, reach your left hand up towards the ceiling and then reach down towards the right knee. Come back and then pull your left elbow down, just down. You'll notice that there's a point where that's as far as you can go. And then reach your right hand over, left hand over, slide your right hand down, and then pull your left elbow down. And notice them, it's like the point of balance where you're like, well, if I go further, I'll fall. Over towards the right, and then point of balance. Over towards the right, and point of balance. These points of balance are really interesting. You can choose the depth that you go to. You can, like, I don't have to tell you, engage your core. You are. There's this sense of, wow, there's just so much dynamic happening in the body right now. It's really cool. One more time. Pull your elbow down. And then over. Nice. Pause there with your left hand over towards the right. Push your hips a little bit forward so you're more into the side body, more so than leaning with your bum back. Just really push your hips forward. Nice. Come all the way down, hands to the floor. Other side, stretch the left foot out to the side, foot is flat to the floor. Rising up with your right knee on the floor, left foot out to the side. Reach your right hand up and then over towards the left. Slide your left hand down your left thigh. Pull your right elbow down, find your point of balance. And then back. Down, find your point of balance. I love, it's like movements for me are like watching fireworks in the dark night. So, can I feel my body? Yeah, kind of, generally in my life in general, But as soon as I start to move, now I'm like, wow, I can really feel my belly. I can feel the deep muscles of my belly and the shapes of them, the textures of them, the power of them. I can feel my ribs. I can feel how my ribs are connected to my waist and how the whole of me is connected. Reach over towards the left, pause there. And so squeeze your bum, push your hips forward so you're more into the front of your thigh so that you can have a sense of the side body really deeply. Nice. Come all the way down, hands to the floor. Pause. Nice. Tuck your toes under, lift your feet, lift your knees, and come into a kind of like a short downward dog. So my hands aren't that far forward, my feet are close enough to my hands, and just pause there. Just lengthen through your hips. So come up onto your toes and lift as high as you can through your hips. And then drop your heels down, bend your knees, and how low can you drop your hips? So down. And then up onto your toes. How high can you reach with your hips? And my hands are helping me, my shoulders are helping me. My ribs are lifting up towards my hips. And then bend your knees, sit your bum down towards your heels. And again, rising up, really, really tall. And then bend your knees down towards your heels. Nice. So walk your feet wide. And so there's no hard and fast way to use your feet here. There's no exact science. The main thing is that you're listening to your knees and you are adapting accordingly. So turn both of your feet like windscreen wipers towards the left. Bring your left elbow to your left knee and drag your right hand along the floor and then reach straight out from your face. So water whooshing. And then come back to center. Both toes are pointing forward. Both elbows are on your knees. Turn your feet towards the right. And then drag your left hand along the floor straight out from your face. Center, elbows on your knees. Turn to the left. Whoosh. Center. And when I go to center, I deepen down into my hips. I really drop my bum. Turn your toes towards the right. Whoosh. Center. Whoosh. So you can rise a little bit up if you wish. Water whooshing supreme. Or you can even not be on your knees with your elbows. And so you're traveling through the center without the support of your knees. Whatever version of this that you're doing, find your way. Whoosh. Something about water whooshing is just so powerful. So next time you go to the right, bring your right elbow to your right knee and turn your right foot really deeply towards the right. So it's really pointing towards the right. And then reach your left arm long, straight out in front of you, towards the right. And then try and reach further, like you're actually trying to touch something over towards the right side. I'm actually going to come up more onto my toes of the back foot as I reach. Feels like it's more in the gesture of what I want to do. Nice. Both elbows, both knees, point your toes forward. Turn your feet deeply towards the left. Reach your right hand, and then I'm going to come up onto the toes of the right foot as I actually try and touch the wall over towards the left side. So it's not a shape, it's a gesture that we're looking for. It's like, how would I actually reach? How would I find that point of balance? Where if I went further, I would fall over. Nice. Come back to center. Walk your feet a little bit in. And then rest down. So you can either, depending on your body, bring your hands to the floor. You can keep your elbows on your knees. Hands to the floor. Elbows to the floor. Head to the floor. See what's right for you. Nice. Hands to the floor. Walk your feet in and come sit on the floor. Legs are long. Fix your trousers as always. And then roll into your ankles. Water whooshing. Very nice. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Take your right foot. So bring your thighs together. And then take your right foot and bring it as far to the right as you can. So we're kind of in water whooshing again there. And then bring your right foot back to center. Same side, right foot to the right. How far to the right can it go? And when I bring my foot to the floor, I kind of lean forward into it. Like you could, if you wanted to, rise up so that your bum lifts off the floor. Okay? Forward. Correct. Foot to the right. Maybe lift your bum. Forward. Foot to the right. Maybe lift your bum. And as I lift my bum, my big toe of the left foot actually rolls towards the floor as well. If you're not lifting your bum, that's totally perfect. One more time. As always, there's so many factors in all these movements. So your bum is on the floor. Bring your left hand beside your left knee and then reach your right hand towards your left foot. And then pull your right knee more towards the right. So pull your right knee away from you. And I'm imagining that I can keep reaching maybe towards the baby toe side of my foot. Baby toe side of my leg. And I'm dropping my head down. Nice. Stretch your leg long, other side. So take your left foot and bring it as far to the left as it'll go. And then back. And so there's many different versions of this. One is that you bring your left foot back, then you lean forward with your hip, with your belly. So you're just leaning into the movement, back to center. You keep going at that level. Or as you lean, you then imagine that you can lift your bum. And then as I lean, I then imagine that I can turn my big toe side of my right foot to the floor. See. And I'm using my arms as a counterweight. My arms reaching forward give me more weight, possibility of lifting my bum. And then stay there. Bring your right hand to the floor, reach your left hand to the baby toe side of that right leg. Drop your head down. You're pulling the left knee back as you drop forward. Come all the way back. Land on the floor. Slowly roll all the way down. Land on the floor. Let that settle. Nice. Keeping your feet on the floor, roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. And roll in the other direction. Nice. Drop your knees from one side to the other side. Pause there with the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. I'm going to walk my shoulders away from my pelvis. Bring your knees towards each other. Either stretch your legs out or roll over onto your side and set your intention for the day. It's really quite interesting, this intention for the day. It's not a goal, it's more an aspiration. And it kind of weaves its way very gently through my day, where I hope that I will commit to doing the thing, or that I will have enough resources to do the thing that I'm longing to do. And so I was thinking about that this morning. It's like, that window of tolerance. So if my window of tolerance is greater, then I have more space in my nervous system to do things like creativity or connectivity. But then the more I do creativity and connectivity, the bigger my window of tolerance is. So it's like this threshold of how much resources do you need for there to be more resources available for you to create. And so your biggest job is, how do you create resources then? How do you really cultivate a sense of well-being in the choices that you make? And as a result, then there's more choices that you can make. That makes sense to me. Oh, I love it. Nice. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you do something wonderful and resourcing with your day, and that those resources create the space for more to happen. And so resource yourself deeply and have fun doing it. I will see you all tomorrow. It was really such a pleasure to be here. And yeah, be good, be great, be you. Ciao.